This is the kind of mindset that you have to carry every single day. This is the mindset that you should have every single day. The mindset is you have to do what you can possibly do every single day. You have to do what you can possibly do. I'm having hiccups today, so just a warning. So you have to do what you can possibly do every single day, and you have to focus on what you can control. So let's take an example. I want to become a tennis player. I have to focus on what I can control today, and I have to do what I possibly can do so that I can become a tennis player in the future. I have to do what I can possibly do today, you know, which I can control so that I can become a great tennis player in the future. And I have to do this over and over again every single day. I have to work really, really smart and hard every single day, and I have to focus on only what I can control. So I have to work really smart and really hard at things that I can control every single day. So if I want to become a tennis player, what I have to do is I have to focus on what I can control today. I won't be focusing on becoming a professional tennis player today because that I can't control that. I can't become a tennis player today. So my focus should not be on becoming a professional tennis player today, but rather my focus should be on what I can do today to become a tennis player in the future. Because I can't become a tennis player today. In one day it's impossible. So what I have to do is I have to focus on what I can control. I have to do what I can possibly do today so that I can become a great tennis player in the future. And I have to repeat this process over and over again every single day. Every single day I have to do what I can possibly do so that I can become a great tennis player. So today I will do training, I will do everything so that I can become a tennis player. This is the kind of mindset that you should have. You have to work as smart, as hard as you possibly can every single day on things that you can control. I'm going to repeat it again. You have to work as smart and as hard as you possibly can every single day on things that you can control so that you can achieve your goals and dreams in the future. Does that make sense? I'm having so bad hiccups today. I don't know why, but okay. Anyways, and I'm going to add one thing here. So, there will be a lot of things that you won't be able to control, and you have to avoid putting efforts there. You only have to put efforts on things that you can control. You have to avoid putting efforts on things that you can't control. And so, and so what you have to do every single day is you have to only focus on things that you can control, which will, allow you to reach your goals and dreams. So, like I mentioned that example, that tennis example, you have to only focus on things that you can control, and you have to work as hard and as smart as you possibly can for your goal, right? And only focusing on things that you can control. Only working hard and smart there. So you have to avoid putting efforts for things that you can't control. Okay? And so once you start doing this every single day, what will happen is, and this is something that you have to do. You have to avoid being sad or being angry for things that you can't control. So let's take that example again. That tennis example. So you are focusing on what you can do, right? You went to the club today, you went to the club, you played tennis, and now you are back at home. You didn't become a tennis player today, right? So you have to avoid worrying or being sad about the fact that you did not able to become a tennis player today. You have to avoid being sad and being and worrying about things that you can't control. That's what I'm saying. And instead, you should be happy about the efforts that you did for things that you could control. Does that make sense? So let me let me really summarize this. You went to the club today, you played tennis, you did what you can possibly do, you did what you could possibly do so that you could become a tennis player, right? You did what you could possibly do. You played tennis, you took advice from the coaches, you did whatever you could possibly do, right? And now the day is over, you are back at home. So instead of worrying about, oh, I couldn't become a professional tennis player today, instead of worrying about things that you can't control, you have to be happy about things that you did do that were in control, that you had a control on. So that was, training and everything. So now when you are at home, you have to be happy about the work that you did. Okay, the efforts that you did, the training, you have to be happy about your work and efforts because you worked as smart as you possibly could, as hard as you possibly could. So now you should be happy about the work that you did on the things that you could control. I think this really summarizes this. Yep, this is the kind of mindset that you should have. Please stop worrying about things that you can't control. Okay, this is a very important mindset. So yeah, with that being said, I'll catch you in the next video. Today I had very bad hiccups. I'm sure you noticed in the video. But anyways, love you guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.